Getting to the type of life you want to create for yourself may feel impossible right now, but once we improve this little small thing about you that actually affects a lot of big stuff in your life right now, it's not going to feel so impossible after all. So yes, you are in for a treat. Now, what's this little thing, you may ask? I'm talking about your self-image.
Oh, my self-image is good. Like, I think I'm pretty, I'm fit, I'm good looking, I am glowing. I don't think there's anything wrong with my self-image, Dee.
But that's not the self-image I'm talking about. We actually have two types of self-images. Did you know that? We have one that comes back from the mirror, which is our exterior self-image, and then we have an inner self-image. We have a reflection of ourselves in the mirror, which is basically of our physical body. But that's not how we see ourselves. We see ourselves with our minds. And it's based on the information we've learned and we've been given about ourselves. So some of us may actually have false information about ourselves, which can end up giving us the wrong self-image. And do you want to know what's the best thing about this? Your inner self-image is the one that actually controls everything in your life. So up until you don't study that part of yourself and make the changes that you should, not a lot is going to change in your life. There you go, I said it. So now if you're ready to conquer this part of your life with me, let's get into it right away. We're going to go over the steps on how to improve your self-image forever and build that dream life of yours. The first step. In order to make a change in anything in our life, we first need to understand what it is and where does it come from. So first, let's go over how was the self-image or self-concept even discovered. Dr. Maxwell Maltz discovered the self-image concept in 1960. He's basically a plastic surgeon, and when he started doing certain surgeries on his patients, for example, when he started removing some very bad scars from some people's face, or when he started doing some nose job for some people, he started to see a shift within that identity of that person. For example, if they used to be someone who was maybe shy and introverted, they started becoming outgoing and open. And that's when he realized we must have two self-images, the one we see and the one that's inside of us. Also, if you haven't read his book called Psycho-Cybernetics, I suggest you get your hands on it right away. In his book, he talks about the two things. Psycho being the mind, and cybernetics being the science of communications and control. I don't want to get into too much crazy science stuff or too many details and complicated stuff. I'm going to let you read into it more, or if you want, I'm going to actually leave some links to some videos that I know you're going to find helpful as some resources you can use in the descriptions. He believes too many people don't know enough about themselves, so they don't have a good self-image of themselves. For example, this may be you or someone you know. You know those people where you meet them, they're too shy to introduce themselves or even give you a handshake? Or some people rather do the same thing over and over in their life every day. They won't ever do anything that is great of a consequence. And that's because they don't think they can. And the reason for that is because they don't have a good self-image of themselves. They have a poor self-image of themselves. If you want to learn more about the self-image concepts and how does it really work and understand it better, which would help you a lot on your journey, you can definitely check out his book. But today we're mostly going to focus on the steps on how to make this change so you can get on this right away. Before I get to the second step, hey you, if it's your first time here, I'm Dee, welcome to my channel. I make videos that are committed to help women become the director of their life. So if that sounds like you, make sure to tag along the journey. The second step. In order for you to have a better understanding of who you are and what type of life you want to create for yourself, what you're going to do is sit, relax, let go of everything in your head, and build an image of what that looks like. Think of the person you want to be and how would you like that person to interact with people? How would you like to run your business if you have one in the future? How much sales would you want to make? How would you like to be treated by other people? Or what type of life purpose would you want to have? You get the drill. Imagine that picture in your head and write it out and describe it with as much details as possible. The third step is to make affirmations for that version of yourself, for that person you want to become and you desire to be. Say things like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have such a successful business that runs without any difficulty or it runs as smoothly. Could be whatever you like, whatever that it resonates with you the most. Start reading this every day. You know what? I'm a visual person, so if I were you, I would say you can even start writing it down at the same time, reading it out loud. That helped me a lot. Don't forget, we become what we think about most of the times, because slowly thoughts becomes beliefs, beliefs become actions, and at the end, those actions are going to give you the result you want. Step number 4 might sound easy, but it's actually something that a lot of people forget to do, which is simply taking actions. If you want to become the person that you have in your mind and you imagine, you cannot get there without taking any actions and just keep reading these affirmations to yourself every day, and hopes you're going to get there. That's not how it works. In order for you to get to where you want, let's say for example, if it's having a fit body, okay? Yes, the image you have of yourself in your mind, it's important. If you keep thinking to yourself that, oh, no matter what, I'm not going to lose weight, no matter what I do, I don't see any results, I'm just going to, get stuck at this weight for the rest of my life. Yes, that's important to change, because even if you have the right diet and right exercises, no matter what, it's not going to work out because of the image you have in your head, because of the belief that you have, and you believe it so strongly. So after you change that image in your head, then you're going to start taking actions that is aligned with that end goal of yours. For example, you're going to start eating healthier, you're going to start eating cleaner, right? Or you're going to start moving your body, simply just moving your body more. So ultimately, you can get to the goal you desire. Now, even though we have covered the steps on how to do it, what I haven't given you yet is the 2 bonus steps that you would want to know more about, so you can make your journey as clear as possible and less difficult. Tip number 1. Forgive yourself. Everybody makes mistakes. Forgive yourself for whatever you've done in the past, however you thought of yourself, however you treated yourself. It doesn't matter anymore. You have to let go. And I'm telling you, this is going to be the hard one, but it's also going to be the most crucial one for you to make this change happen. And I will make sure to make a video around this topic, so if you don't want to miss out, don't forget to subscribe. Tip number 2, be patient with yourself and give yourself time. If you're, let's say, 25 years old right now, you have lived with this self-image for a while, and it's not going to change overnight. Self-image can sometimes take over a lifetime for you to change. So be kind to yourself and give yourself time, and make sure you do it at your own pace. Don't rush it. Enjoy the process. I constantly think of how I can provide more value to people just like you watching this video. So I decided to create a Discord community that would help us all to be connected and cheer on each other in this journey of becoming the director of our own lives and reinventing ourselves. In this Discord community, I created a section where you get to tell me what type of videos and topics you would want me to make videos about that you can find helpful for where you are right now in life. And I'll make sure to deliver just that for you. Can't wait to see you all on the next one. Until later, bye!
Tell me I'm the only one that you know. Life could be a dream.